This is a coffee morning session. I'm D, and you're watching 1833. What's going on, people? What's going on? Good morning, good morning, good morning. How we all doing? How we all looking? How we all feeling? Been a good day. It's been a good week in London. Oh, before I drink some quick rum check, today I have Tidal rum. There's a logo on the front of this. Where's the front? Anyway, Tidal rum. There it is at the top. Done this review, and I'll put a link to this review in the description or link somewhere in one of these corners when it comes out. So yeah, Tidal rum today, my coffee. We ain't doing football talk. Although, I did have a thought, as I thought this was going around. Arsenal not won anything this season, and they may not even finish second. If they don't finish second, would it be right to say that they choked, crumbled, fumbled again? I think it'd be a valid question to ask. Alright, anyway, what I want to talk to you about is... So, and I'll try to put a link to this in the description as well. So, there's a thing called face blindness. And it's a spectrum. There are people that are completely face blind and people are not. And so I'm saying these things here, but let me explain to what it is. So, and the podcast I listen to goes into a bit more detail. They're probably better at describing it than I will be. But face blindness is the ability to recognize someone's face. So you know when you meet someone today, you say you met someone this morning, and you see them again later today or tomorrow, wherever you, it's the ability to recognize that person. Now, on this scale from 0 to 100, call it, there are some people who are like a 0. Like they will see you have a full-blown conversation, and they can not recognize you tomorrow, or they only recognize you because you got a distinctive pair of sunglasses or distinctive set of glasses. They recognize you because of the glasses, so they can see you every day, and speak to you and recognize you. And one day you don't wear the glasses, they don't know who you are because they don't recognize your face. So they use other things to recognize who you are. And there are people on the other end of the scale who just see you one time or just see you in a picture and recognize you and be like, oh, I remember I saw you. They may not remember where they saw you, but they know who you are. They know who your face, know who you are, and can have a conversation with you. So, and most people are in that scale somewhere. Now, most people are like this end when they recognize people. So, for people like that, they're gonna find what I'm saying weird. They're not gonna get it. Because I've told this story to two different people. One person's like, oh my gosh, I get it, I understand it, that makes sense to me. And that person's like, what are you talking about? So I know, if you're not face blind, it's gonna go. I am on the lower end. So what that means to me is this: I am not as, oh my gosh, I won't recognize you. But my day to day is, I don't always recognize people. And this is also very much self-diagnosed. Because I always used to think, oh, it's because I don't know you enough, so I don't recognize your face. But it's not a thing. For me, I find it difficult if I haven't known you for years and years and years, and even sometimes that doesn't help. But especially if I've not only known you for a significant amount of time, what that means to me is I could see you if you gave me a picture of you in a group, right? And you're sitting and you're in front of me. Oh, this is my school photo. I would find it difficult. Or you say there's a photo of, not my school photo because that's aging as well, but let's say it's a work photo. We took at Christmas, right? I would find it difficult to pick you out in that photo. I can find it difficult to pick you out in that photo. if you're sending hair with curly hair, and then you show a picture of you in straight hair, to me you look like not all the times, but to me you can look like a completely different person. I won't reckon if you didn't say that was you, I wouldn't have recognized that was you. That to me is a different person, not the same person. Hair straight versus curly. Not like you look different. Not like you look different. Is that no? You are a different person. I don't see you in this photo at all. That happens to me. So on a day-to-day, it's okay, but it can be annoying, because what will happen is if you meet someone on the other end who doesn't forget faces very quickly, what happens is people come and talk to you. Because people recognize you, know you, and come and talk to you, or talk to me in this example. And sometimes people talk to me, I don't know who they are. I read, and it's not, and now I know it's a thing. I'm not trying to be, I didn't think I was being rude, but I always thought, oh, maybe just my brain didn't lock you in because, you know, we didn't spend enough time together, or you weren't a significant character in life, or whatever the reason was. But it's not that. So sometimes people talk to me and I honestly don't know who I'm talking to until they said something that triggers a memory. Like it triggers a time, or triggers a conversation, or something that triggers. But someone will come to me and I'll just, sometimes I keep a very generic comment. Now I'm just exposing myself. So some of you know me personally, and be like, oh, no wonder he was acting weird. He didn't recognize me. But at the same time, I wasn't being rude. It's not my fault. I just don't often recognize faces. So face blindness is a real thing. Now, again, some of you are going to think, what you talking about, Willis? And some of you are going to be like, yeah, I get it. It is what it is. I just wanted to share that because it's something I discovered recently, and it just answered a few questions. Questions questions I didn't have, but just answered a few questions, and I found it very, very interesting.